Hello and welcome to the round review for round 1 of the Lady Luck Bowl. I am your host Probate, and with me as always is Hey Mr. Rabbit.
Hey, how you doing today, Probate? We got a good old match. We got a good old match we gotta go ahead and review today.
Indeed.
So let's see exactly what happened here. Which of the Chaos guys are gonna start with? We're gonna start with Slanesh, Corn.
We're gonna start with the Corn division.
Alrighty. Wake up with some cornflakes.
Exactly, I was just about to make a similar joke. Thank you for stepping on my toes, Rabbit.
Absolutely, always.
Is my good friend Bob Bifford.
Hi there. You've made a good choice.
Alright, so
About to play the greatest game in the world.
first up we have the Circle of Love and Dragon's Robe.
Circle of Love pulling out a 1-0 victory. With only 5 armor breaks. They played smarter. They didn't really play smashy, which is amazing because it's a Nurgle team.
Indeed. No deaths on either side.
Now that's stunning.
Captain Stinky getting the MVP for the Circle, while Utatek takes the Dragon Robe MVP. Take a look at our statistics here. Circle of Love and Dragon's Robe with an equal amount of ball possession.
Well, that's good.
30 successful blocks for the Circle, 46 for the Dragon's Robe. 1 KO and 1 injury inflicted for the Circle. 3 KOs and an injury inflicted on Dragon's Robe. 30 yards running, 36 yards running. So Dragon's Robe, despite being run by a noob coach, did fairly well all things said in their game. Take a look at our SBP. Cat and Stinky with the MVP. Just happened to be here with the touchdown and the giver of free hugs. Oh, the Beast of Nurgle got some SPP, everyone.
Not hands.
Oh shit! Nice, nice.
Utatek with the MVP and Scaled Fist with the injury. We'll just have to see how everything wraps up, though, in the end.
Absolutely. We're gonna just have to go ahead and see how this goes on and plays out in the second match.
So let's take a look at our die rolls here. Circle of Love. Failing a regeneration roll.
Oh, that ain't good.
So that injury stuck.
That's rough.
Alright. Foul appearance doing its work.
Oh shit! I rarely see foul appearance go off. That's amazing.
Oh wow.
One loner popped off, but hell, take a look at that bonehead ratio.
Yeah.
3. Damn.
Bonehead. If you're gonna have a big guy with a downside, Bonehead is the one you want. Indeed, Slade. What was the injury? Well, I actually asked that the teams in question not actually play a game so I can figure that out. So let's head on over. Looks like they were just down for the game, looking at this. But now let's look at Dragon's Robe, see if they got anything a little more permanent. Nope. They were just put on their ass for a game.
No. Huh. Alright then.
That did pretty well. Alright, let's head on back over here. Forever Feed Lear and the Hungry Boys. 2-2.
Oh. Okay.
14 armor breaks for Forever Feed Lear. 6 for the Hungries. Hungry's getting a pass off. Ajax the Washer with the MVP, and your actual dad with the Hungry Boys as MVP. Oh wait, wrong Nurgle team. I looked at the wrong Nurgle team? Oh, I looked at Brothers and Charms! Ha! I forgot there were 2 Nurgle teams in that division. Circle of Love. Ah, here we are! Butthead Headbutt! He is. Pinched nerve. He is out the next game. I am so sorry about that, folks. I'll be honest with you, I woke up half an hour ago or so. Alright.
Did you know it's rumored that Spike magazine
Here we are.
editor Yuri Rinnell actually hates
Alright, let's move on to statistics.
and would rather play with action figures instead. This has nothing.
Yes,
to do
let's.
with nothing in that last issue, of course.
So we have 37% ball position, with 6 in their own half and 31 in the opponent's half for Forever Fiend Lear. Hungry Boys, 50% ball possession, half and half in their half and the opponent's half. A successful pass catch, no interceptions were made. 54 blocks inflicted by Forever Fiend Lear, while only 23 were thrown by the Hungry Boys that succeeded. 6 KOs and 1 KO. And 1 injury all. This was a violent match on the Forever Fiend Lear side.
No, I'm telling you.
But the Hungry Boys' technical play managed to keep them from getting completely outgunned.
Let's take a peek at the star player points. Moving on then. Looks like we got 5 for Ajax and Washer, 3 for Commodore Puddles, 3 for Skittles, 2 for Grim the Proper and the Forever Friendlier. Going on to the Hungry Boys, we got 5 for Your Actual Dad, 3 for Stewie Sassmaster, 3 for Pirate Steam, and 3 for Rudel von Stroheim. All in all, looking like Forever Friendly are coming right out the gate for an aggressive playstyle. We're going to have to go ahead and see future matches to see how they go ahead and stack up.
Indeed.
At
Oof.
Massive Bifford,
Casualty. We'll have to check Forever Fiend Lear's team to see what happened to their player.
I'd like to take a look.
Huh? What does ogre on ogre action mean?
Oh, wait. Successful regeneration. Never mind. We will have to look at the Hungry Boys, though. Apparently they can barely hear you. I think that's because you're just talking a little quieter than usual, Rabbit.
Oh, well. Okay. Let's see what I got here. Huh.
I could boost you, I suppose.
You don't need to. I think I found out what the problem is. Give me 2 minutes.
I'm gonna raise you to about 65% on my end.
Okay. I guarantee once I fix this, it's going to blow your ears out. Alright.
Alright, so...
There's the problem.
You're right, that does almost blow my ears out.
Hey, I warned you.
And I didn't heed your warning. So let's take a look at the Hungry Boys and see what happened to their boy.
What did happen to the boy?
Oh, it was your actual dad, the MVP. He strained his He strained his groin. There.
Ugh.
I got.
Are magic sponges really magical?
Dads need that, you know.
They do. They really do.
Art Jack, you did in fact miss Tiki Circle of Love. We went over his game already. But moving right on, we got the Pillar Men versus their good thralls, Drac. Vanilla Ice with the MVP, and Walter the Dog Walker with the MVP. Ooh, Walter got a level up. A leveled up vampire. That is not something we've seen a whole lot of in the league. So,
Jeez.
15 armor breaks for the Pillarmen, 10 for their good thralls, 2 touchdowns for the vampire team, and 1 pass.
I can't believe that the vampire team won.
Right?
I can't believe. Wow, Jesus. Okay. The Pillarmen got 7 knockouts.
And 4 injuries. Wow.
But Dracula just squeezed it out, I guess.
Yep.
Good lord.
So, Carr, Santana, Bruford, and AC/DC all got injuries. Walter the Dog Walker, clearly the guy running the ball, with 2 touchdowns at the MVP for 11 points altogether.
The man running the show right there.
And Thatcher the Dog Catcher with the pass.
Damn.
They're good thralls. They got 1 successful regeneration, which means that a vampire got injured at some point.
Good
but
freaking lord.
Only 4 failed Bloodlust.
Huh. Jeez.
That would explain how they were able to pull the win off. It didn't go off that often. But it looks like they're down at least 3 thralls for the next match. Let's check it out.
Let's see how which ones got busted down.
Interesting. That must have been just for the game only.
Huh.
Oh well.
Well, that's...
Oh, Walter with the mighty blow.
Oh, that Nosferatu-looking motherfucker just got mighty blow.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's gonna be vicious.
I think we have our first bounty for the season, everyone.
Spike magazine trophy was
And good luck taking it.
deep beneath the blighted cigarette of Tsar Nagrund. Many slaves died to create it, but then it was the lowest bid.
Alright. Moving on to the last game of this round. ODay Chad's Master Plan versus Brothers in Charms. 1 death on each side. 0 to 1. 1 successful pass for ODay Chad. 9 armor breaks to 8 armor breaks. A low number of armor breaks for a Nurgle team, in all honesty.
Damn. This human team didn't have a chance.
They held their own. It was only 0 to 1.
Let's see.
Moving on to statistics.
Do you think that the Beasts of Nurgle are gonna go ahead and eat shit near the end of this?
Well, we only have 1 beast in the league right now.
Alright, let's go ahead and rephrase that. Do you think the Beast... Oh man, Brother in Charms. Look at that ball possession. Good lord.
Yep. When Nurgle gets the ball, it's really hard to rip it out of their tentacled grasp.
They got little suckers on their hands.
Still, 1 kill on each side.
A whiter shade of pale.
But because these weren't reported at the time they happened, I had to go into replay to figure out who died. So, Tears with the MVP, Pro Tycoon with the pass, and I think this is Worried Kitty Face with the injury, which resulted in a death.
That is worried kitty face, yes.
Dapper Dimitri with the MVP, Graceful Gregory with the touchdown, and Clean Cut Carlton with the kill.
Damn.
Looking at our die rolls, not a whole lot to say on ODay-chan.
No. Nothing much spoken for. It just looks like your average spread.
Brothers in Charms. It's all pretty average in all honesty. But for those of you wondering, the death that stuck is Beautiful Barry. He died. The guy still walking around is :X. Silence, I suppose I would call that one.
Yeah, that's silence.
This new high destiny feed is
So he lost a rotter, gained a rotter. Everything evened out for him. And that will wrap up the Nurgle division, everyone. That was the core division, not the Nurgle division. Son of a...
No, we've just been watching Nurgle in the core division.
Yeah. Alright, moving on to the Nurgle division. We have the Streaming Screamers versus Yuletide Warriors.
Well, damn. Screamers went ahead and pulled out on this one.
Yeah,
Team with 13 armor breaks
chaos are hard to keep down.
against the Norse team, our first Norse team.
Yep, and unfortunately, from what I've heard on the Discord, this particular Norse team will have to retire. The coach has been indisposed, courtesy of a lovely lady named Florence.
Florence and the Machine?
Seriously? You know there was just a hurricane named Florence recently, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I keep up with the news.
This is me trying to play off a tragedy as a coy little joke, and here you are, missing the point.
Hey, I made a musical joke reference. I don't think there's anybody who missed the point here, except the fact that that time when I missed the point.
And other body parts. And the more obsessed
Let's take a look at ball possession.
Yeah, that's the best way we can do this. There's no saving this. Alright.
37% of the ball possession for the Streaming Screamers, while 12 went to the Yuletide Warriors. Looks like that ball spent a vast majority of his time on the ground.
Sure did.
An equal number of blocks thrown, for the most part. 6 KOs! This is probably what kept the Yuletide Warriors from really mounting into good offense. And 2 injuries. 2 KOs and an injury for the Yuletide. This was a rough one.
I'm telling you. Yuletide Warriors putting back pound for pound, though. Blocks are pretty much equal on both sides.
Yep. Let's look at our SPP. Rekko Ninja, with an injury and MVP, so he got a level. And that was a Bestigor, so we'll see how we'll take a look at what happened to him. The missing H with an injury, and Gripples with a touchdown. Jorl the Kind with the MVP, and Bronir. Jason, any Norse word is always just weird to me. So I think this is Bronir.
I wouldn't like to use the word.
Yes, Brozhnia. Yep.
Okay.
You can say it, Brozhnia. That no one would punch you for that.
Wild Animal only popped off once. Holy shit.
Jesus.
Minotaur doing work.
I'm telling you.
Their 1 KO'd guy did not get back up. Hmm. 50-50 on Dauntless. Made all their going for it. Made half their dodges. Their guys didn't wake back up. Every pass failed.
Oh no.
That's rough.
Jesus. No, that sucks. God, I can't imagine.
Yep, so let's take a look here. Screaming Streamers. Rekko Ninja now has block, but Gripples is out the next game, courtesy of a broken neck. They lost an agility point. I think this means Gripples is going to end up being turned into a bruiser.
I think. Well, that's what I would do too, honestly.
Now let's take a look at the Yuletide Warriors. They got off pretty scot-free, all things considered. It's a shame we'll have to miss them.
It's a shame. Well, a proud salute to you, sir.
We wish you luck, Evan, in whatever you're doing for Florence. I think you were on relief duty?
Well, providing relief duty, that's noble.
Yeah. Whatever you're up to out there, we wish you luck. Next up, we have the Foppalots and the Musclemen. This is my team. 2-1. I made 3 successful passes and 14 armor breaks. The Musclemen got 1 touchdown with 1 pass, 1 death, and 7 armor breaks.
Damn yes.
Which is funny. He had the ball way more than I did in that game.
Yes, he certainly did. He got 86 yards running, 1 pass, 23 blocks succeeded.
That the new Cabal
Let's see, you decided to be a little bit more blockier.
From all outlets.
Don't confuse
Yeah, when you're given the chance to beat the shit out of rats, you kind of take it.
You really do. They break easy.
Like, I inflicted a KO, 4 injuries, and a kill. I kind of paid for my blockier nature, though. Remember, this team had no rerolls going into this. The number of double downs was insane. I had 2 of them on 2 good dive blocks. But, look at that SPP!
Let's see. Oh, shit! I think you have the biggest spread I've ever seen, honestly.
8 for Joseph, 5 for Victor, 2 for Albert, 2 for Samuel, 2 for Lawrence, 2 for Frederick, and 1 for Alexander.
Jesus Lord.
Radagast got the MVP, Benito Mussolini with the pass, Weller Reddington with the touchdown, Ratatouille with the injury, and Dwayne the Rat Swanson with an injury.
Dwayne the Rat Swanson. Oh, Jesus.
This was almost a bloodier match than it looked like. There was actually a death inflicted on each side, but my apothecary went off. I did end up losing a lineman for the next game due to a broken jaw, though.
Talismans are us. Certainly making a splash on the used arcane item retail scene of late.
I'd say less of a splash and more of an incendiary fire. You just can't.
Let's
trust
see.
And here is what happened with the Muscleman's die rolls.
Let's take a look at the Musclemen here. Oh, they succeeded every catch they got. Nice.
Yep.
Nice. We also got 11 on the injury. 1 casualty. Wow, you kept him down, though. No one waked up after you knocked him out.
Yeah, no. It was pretty close. Okay, go ahead.
So what faction is the Foppalots again? One more time for me?
We are High Elves. Let's go to the teams.
That makes sense.
Poor Charles the lineman out with a broken jaw.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And Joseph, our catcher, he leveled up, so I gave him Sure Hands. +1 to allows him to reroll pickups and keep strip ball from going off on him.
That's pretty much what you want, yes. That's the way to be about it. Sure hands is mandatory for anybody you're gonna have ball duty with.
Indeed. I need to work on getting my Blitzer some more SPP, though. Victor got MVP, but that's just not quite enough to get him to level. I need to make him a blodger. Annoy people to death with him.
Did you know you have a fat blood?
Agility's hard standard for him, so blodge is very much viable.
Let's see.
In the meantime, let's head over to the Muscleman.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and head over to those Musclemen real quick there.
I killed, I believe... I killed a line rat, I believe... Ah, right, I killed Cheese. I killed their mid-game snack.
Oh, I see.
Vermin Troyer, the gutter runner, is out with a -1 to movement courtesy of a smashed hip. I felt so bad for doing this because even though they have 8 movement, that makes it easier to catch up to a gutter runner.
You ruined a gutter runner. Jeez. Jeez. God, no, that's awful. You should feel bad.
Are you kidding? I feel amazing about this.
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. It's you I'm talking about. You should feel like you should celebrate.
And here's Scabbers, who got a serious concussion and lost an armor point.
Jeez.
He's just a line rat, though, so it's all good. Oh, also, one of the big things I got for my last game is a reroll.
Oh yeah?
Works all my life.
I have a team reroll.
Take notice of them now.
Hell yeah, let's take a look. Oh, Jesus. Now without one team reroll, you will feed everybody the world.
Well, considering how little I actually needed the reroll in the last game.
I mean, you were doing stupid elf bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
It was pretty stupid elf bullshit, but I played it off for lives. It's like every time I failed something, it's like, I rolled a 1! Slade Blackmage saying, Probate, that lack of rerolls will haunt you one day. That's why I'm focusing almost solely on rerolls for a while. After all, I already have my blitzers.
How you got your blitzers? What else do you need? Rerolls, that's what you need.
Next up, Quebec Hollow versus the US Kaiju.
Nice!
This was a more technical game. It looks like Quebec Hollow knew they couldn't outmuscle the fucking Saurus, so they tried to dance around them as much as possible.
Well, it seemed to work well for him.
And the Saurus, meanwhile, just couldn't keep up.
Well, let's take a look at those sweet, sweet statistics now, shall we?
Everyone loves statistics.
I do. Let's take a look at Quebec's Hollow!
31% of the ball possession for Quebec's Hollow. Only
Damn.
6 for the US Kaiju.
6 for the US Kaiju. Looks like they inflicted 2 injuries. The United States Kaiju knocking out a knockout and an injury.
Yeah, 2 injuries inflicted by Quebec's Hollow, 1 injury inflicted by the US Kaiju.
Let's see. I don't think no more needs to be said about this. Let's go to the star player point, shall we?
Yep.
Quebec's Hollow, 5 for Sacrament, 2 for Callis, 3 for Tarla, and 2 for Nicaea.
And for the US Kaiju, 5 for Probate, but as a lizard, and 2 for Bort!
Bort! Nice. Bort, son of Nart.
I've actually said that before in regards to Boruto.
Awesome.
So here's the Quebec Hollow. Ooh, they failed both of their regens. Interesting.
Huh. Well, that's gonna be interesting. It's gotta be interesting. At any rate.
Well, most of the KOs woke up at least for the US Kaiju.
You know, back in 2012,
And they had a successful catch.
the experiment to use balls made of granite
Huh.
was not a
Nice. Nice one.
Alright, let's look at the teams. Quebec's Hollow. Oh, they're on a Tomb Guardian for the next one. With a groin strain. Groin strain seems to happen a lot in this league.
Everyone gets kicked in the dick. I trained him well. Wait, the skeleton's groin got strained?
The mummies did. That one makes a little more sense.
That makes just a little bit more sense. Yeah, I thought that was a fucking... Oh, I almost had an aneurysm. You saved me.
Yep. And the US Kaiju. Robe, but as a lizard, is out the next game with a groin strain.
Jesus! Okay. Okay.
And Happy Hendrickson is out the next game with groin strain.
Oh my fucking god.
Dick kicks for everybody.
Everybody's getting kicked in the dick. That's fucking phenomenal.
You know what? This is just on brand for the lucky idiots.
It really is, actually.
Alright, moving back to the schedule, we had Title Revenge versus The Cutting Edge.
That don't mean I miss
And this game was brutal.
including my family's sacred gut plate, the cow.
Well, let's take a look at what we got here.
3 touchdowns for the Title Revenge with 12 armor breaks.
Man.
9 armor breaks for the Cutting Edge and 2 deaths.
Oh, shit! Turn on those statistics! Oh, man. Title Revenge, just no holds barred. Look at all those yards ran. 33 blocks.
Fuck, 92 yards running. 4 injuries inflicted, 2 kills inflicted.
Occupation of opponent's half. Damn.
Occupation of own half. Cutting Edge never made it out of their own half with the ball.
Oh my god.
Oh god. They had more successful blocks than Title Revenge.
Oh, that's good though. Thank God for that.
Yeah. See, Bubonic with the MVP and an injury, Albert Whisker with 2 injuries, Rodin with 3 touchdowns, and Chucky with an injury.
Damn.
Cut my team into pieces with the MVP, Nothing Personnel Kid with an injury, and Orewamo Shinderu with an injury.
No safer place for your money.
That's because they share the vault with the gold wizards. And no
Of these, Nothing Personnel Kid died.
Oh shit, no. I hope it was nothing personnel,
Kid.
kid.
And here's the thing. We actually can't look at this team. This team no longer exists.
Oh, we can't?
Because the loss was so bad, it was the first triggering of our first reroll for the league.
Oh.
For those of you who don't know, there is a rule in the league where if you feel your team has entered a death spiral, a situation which you cannot recover from, you are allowed to make a fresh team at 1,000 team value. Unfortunately, this triggered it because the coach lost 2 players, and I believe the blitzers were injured for the next game.
Damn. Damn, that's unfortunate. Well, hopefully that little mulligan will go ahead and work well for him, though.
1 failed pass, 2 failed catches, and a failed pass and a failed catch. Failed to pick up the ball 3 times. The die rolls just... Lady Luck was kicking Cutting Edge in the dick as a team.
Damn.
Isn't that the company that you...
Lineman I Can't Afford was the other death that stuck.
That has nothing to do with my spontaneous endorsement.
Let's see. Not a whole lot to say. That was just a very unfortunate situation.
Yep, we wish the new iteration of Cutting Edge much luck in the remainder of the league. They'll be going up against Chaos next. I'm so goddamn sorry.
Oh no.
Whereas I get fucking rats again. Alright, moving on to the Slanesh division. You should have plenty to say in this one, Rabbit.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
In fact, that's our first game we're looking at! Weaponized Halflings versus Weirdo Strangers to Love!
Oh, man. Ain't that awesome?
4 armor breaks.
Yeah, I did 4
You
armor
got armor breaks!
Yeah, I did. I also got an injury, but, on him, but I think he apothecaried that one.
2 touchdowns scored by the Dwarves, and 13 armor breaks.
Fuck yeah!
Alright.
Look at the statistics.
Oh, look at that ball possession.
Oh, yeah.
You only threw 21 blocks, but that's mostly because you were using your halflings as fucking ballista ammo.
Yeah, I was. I inflicted more injuries on them than they did to me, though.
No, they inflicted 4 to you, you inflicted 2.
Oh, well, golf rules, I still win. I would have gotten like 6 fucking knockouts if they didn't have Thick Skull.
Yeah, Thick Skull is... I want to say bullshit?
No, you're right. It is.
Oh, Rugtech does raise a brilliant point. No deaths for your halflings.
Yeah, no, none of them died.
Turret and Platform both getting the injuries. That checks out.
Got to a point where I couldn't throw any halflings, so I just went ahead and just said okay, and just had them start just mudhole stomping some dwarves.
I do have to say, you're making the rest of this division really hard for people by pumping these dwarves so much early on.
Yeah, sorry. Slanesh is my favorite Chaos God, so I'm giving everybody tasty treats when they fight me.
Wow, it's just complete luck that you wound up in Slanesh.
I'm telling you.
Always wear underpants.
How I'm feeling with an injury and, touchdown, or MVP, and so do I with a injury from any other guy with a touchdown. Never gonna let you down and never gonna give you up, both with a fucking injury. And I just want to tell you with a touchdown, and I'm dying from reading these lyrics again.
Dying, going down. It's going down.
Wow, look at all those throw teammate attempts, and look how many of them failed.
A lot of them did. But I did every turn, as is tradition.
Only took root twice, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that was unusual. I was really expecting that to happen a lot more.
God. I love how throw teammates are considered passes, so you get the 4 inaccurate passes and the 4 failed catch rolls.
Yes. Yes.
Couldn't pick up the ball for shit, it looks like.
I mean, common halflings.
Halflings can pick up a ball just fine.
Well, not mine.
You made 14 successful rolls on the injury table, resulting only in stuns. So, there's that.
Hey, I did something. That's important.
You stuck the landing twice. The rest of the time, not so much.
Well, you
really
can't
did.
beat a McMurdy's Squeak Burger. Always upgrade the meals to glutton size, though, or else you don't get enough fries.
Wow! Half and half on the whole failing to stand your trees up.
Yeah. Sometimes he just wanted to lay down. I agreed. It was a nice day.
At least they didn't take root on their backs. That is bullshit.
No, that's horseshit. I can't wait for that to happen.
And we're no strangers to love. Could not catch the ball for shit.
No. No, they could not.
Made all that going for it's surprising with dwarves. They have stubby little legs. They couldn't pick the ball up for shit either. Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
And the dwarf successfully dodged.
The impossible happens.
Let's look at the teams. Weaponized Halflings. Let's see how much of your team is out for the next game. Only 2!
Yeah,
Full Metal Jackwagon is out with a fractured leg. And Nart!
Unfortunately, Nart is out.
He's out of movement allowance, so he smashed his hip. My hip!
I can't wait for him to go ahead and get like 6 injuries on him. It's gonna be just like a rough sack of halfling I throw at somebody.
Please, I'm just bone and meat right now. That's the point. Alright, we're no strangers to love. They are out from any other guy, their runner, with a kick to the dick.
Damn.
And never gonna let you down, a Troll Slayer, that's a big loss, is down with a pinched nerve.
Let's see.
Well, considering how much he's tweaking, is only I mean, look at this.
Oh, he's feeling the coke.
Yeah. He's bound to bend wrong way and pinch something. Moving on to the 13th team and South Sea Blood Bowl Company. This was a score fest. Holy shit.
Lots of tasty treats in Slanesh. Damn, this is kind of like the most touchdowns I've ever seen in a game, though.
Yeah. Legitimate touchdowns, too. Not just one team pumping up another person. That's a thing that happens, by the way, everyone.
It is.
Also on tonight's show,
4 successful passes, which probably resulted in the 4 touchdowns.
about his remarkable
I'm honestly surprised there are no deaths here.
captain of the Greenfield Grass Huggers.
You know, I'm too.
Oh wow, they have the invert of each other's KOs and injuries inflicted. 2-1 and 1-2.
God forbid, I think they were playing football. I don't think they were playing Blood Bowl.
My god.
The absolute mad lads.
Let's look at their SPP and holy shit!
Jesus.
Howard Moon with the MVP, Shadow Dweller with fucking touchdown. Peppercorn with the 4 successful passes.
Damn.
Injury for Domino, 3 touchdown for Chili Chicken Robin, and 2 touchdowns for Secret Peter. Which means we have a leveled up gutter runner, everybody.
Oh, shit.
MVP and an injury for Adri. injury for Boulder Fist, 2 touchdowns for Can Opener, 1 for Hoot, and an injury for Rakar. This is a... oof.
Never went onto the field without a pair of...
I know, this is a rough one.
feet. They're the only ones who did ogre.
I do not envy anyone who has to play against these teams coming up, because a lot of their players are on the verge of leveling. So, 13th team. Failed 10 armor rolls, so we'll have to see what happened to them later. 2 failures on the injury table. No casualties? No casualties. Bullshit.
No casualties.
4 failed dodge rolls. They intercepted the ball once. Holy shit.
Damn. Damn.
Damn, son. Oh, but safe throw went off. Heh.
Oh.
Gotta say, pretty average die rolls. Let's look at the teams.
I'm saying.
First up, 13th team. There they are. Secret Peter. 2-headed? It mutated?
Oh, do we have another 2-headed Secret Peter?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, he's back! He's back, ladies and gentlemen!
Facade Proxy, you lucky piece of shit!
Blood in your veins cold? No, it isn't. Then why should my
He found the secret.
wine be any different? Is this microphone on?
Well, bounty up for Secret Peter, everyone!
Secret bounty for Secret Peter.
Oh, there's nothing secret about this bounty. Next up, the South Sea Blood Bowl Company. They're out of Blitzer for the next game. That is rough. He smashed his hand. Oh, that's unfortunate. But Adri leveled up, and he did what I'm planning to do. He got Blodge, everyone.
Oh, shit.
Can Opener got dodged, too.
Damn.
Next up, let's look at Demaniacs and the New World Rippers.
Yeah, let's take a look at the Maniacs. Let's see this. Let's see this.
1 touchdown each, 1 pass each. That's impressive for the New World Rippers. 2 armor breaks for Demaniac, 16 for the Rippers, but an expulsion on the Rippers' part.
Holy shit.
Looks like some...
game between Dark Elves and Chaos Dwarves.
Yeah.
I really thought Chaos Dwarves would have, well, ruined them, honestly.
Apparently it was raining the entire match, too. Oof.
Oof.
That makes the ball play even more impressive, honestly.
Yeah?
So, let's see here. 1 pass, 1 catch. Ball possession was much in Demaniac's favor. Which means when the New World Rippers got it, they just bolted to the end zone. 6 KOs and 4 injuries inflicted by the Rippers.
Damn.
Nothing inflicted by Demaniacs. But Demaniacs got 92 yards running and 8 yards passing compared to 56 and 6. Take a look at the SPP spread. Dagon with the MVP, Sergat with the touchdown, and Lilith with the pass. They got some use out of their Witch Elf.
Huh. Well, fuck yeah.
Eddie Bull with the MVP, C. Wright with a pass, Terry Bull with an injury, C. Good with a touchdown, Doug Hole with 2 injuries, and Doug Updegrave with an injury.
Good lord. Quite the solid lineup we got going on here.
Yeah. Slanesh seems to be where you go if you want a lot of SPP.
Tasty treats.
Yeah, but all that cocaine will fuck you up somewhere down the line.
Well, unless you're Ric Flair.
Woo!
Woo!
Pretty average number of die rolls. New World Rippers definitely keeping the number of rolls they had to make to a minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you almost don't need your toes to count how many die rolls they made.
Yes, indeedy do.
Let's look at the teams.
Mm-hmm.
The Maniacs. Ooh, 2 injuries inflicted for the next game. Ifrit is out with a smashed knee. Ooh, a niggling injury. That's gonna be rough for him down the line, but it's just a lineman, so he'll be replaceable at some point. And Samael with a fractured skull, losing an armor value. Which is odd, considering he's got the skull mask on.
Maybe he could just get a new one out of the back room.
Oh, shit. Back to Slanesh. Back to schedule. Back to day 1. Next up, we have Venom Serpentis and Silver's Crown. Amazon's not doing so good this time.
No.
2 successful passes, 2 armor breaks, to Silver Crown's 3 touchdowns, 6 passes, and 7 armor breaks. They each had equal number of ball possession, but the Silver's Crown got into the opponent's half more often. 6 successful passes, 6 successful catches, to 2 of each. 17 blocks thrown that succeeded, 43 that succeeded. Amazon's playing a little more technical, it looks like, this time around. 1 KO inflicted, 1 injury inflicted. 34 running, 14 passing to 76 and 32.
Damn, interesting. Let's take a look at these star player points here. Let's see.
Senator Pilea O'Trare with the MVP and a pass.
And Andromeda Ciliano with the 1 point.
The pass.
Yes.
Silde Crown was their touchdown machine and the MVP. They almost leveled up twice.
That's just ridiculous.
Silva, Silver, Silva, and Sylvan Crown all with a pass. And Sild and Silva with injuries.
Damn.
High Elves are going to be dangerous this league, it looks like.
This is just gonna be nuts. I'm telling you. Jesus.
Ooh, 50-50 on their dodge rolls for the Amazons. Sweaty Dynamite, to answer your question, 3 touchdowns at MVP. Pickup rolls were not kind to them either, it looks like. Whereas elves, well, that's just classic elf bullshit right there.
Classic elf bullshit.
Look at the teams. Venom Serpentis.
Ah, the Guild of Bandits and...
To the player, you got the block. It's a blodger, everyone.
Yes.
Oh shit!
After
It begins.
last year's G
It
Back
begins.
The following riot was really quite wonderful.
Silver's crown. God, the way they framed everything here just messes with me. Something fierce. So Silne, the catcher, now has block. Shit.
Shit.
Not a bad choice, in all honesty.
No. Nah.
Although, putting all your eggs in one basket like this can be dangerous for Elven players.
Well, yeah, it only takes one. It only takes one of them to just die.
Yep. Oh, we forgot to look at the New World Rippers when we were looking at teams.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Nothing really to report here. Yeah, it's no level ups, no injuries. They're just
No, nothing.
they're just the Rippers. Alright, moving on to the final division. Zinch!
Ooh, Zinch. Alrighty.
Hashut Temple Brawlers and Fimbulwinter.
Did you know? Barbara
Ah,
was
Zimbo Winter.
0 and 2 in favor of Fimbulwinter.
dead.
Nice. Alright, let's see how this played out now.
Well, actually, no one knows where it went.
Ooh, but Fimbulwinter faced an expulsion. They got a little foul happy.
Oh, damn.
Ooh, Fimbulwinter with the ball possession. Oof. 2 KOs and 3 injuries inflicted to 0 and 2. 90 running yards. Wow, they came all the way from downtown, didn't they?
Nah. No, not at all. God. Fimbulwinter just ran over these Temple Brawlers.
Not Dane with the MVP, not Sindri with the injury, and not Gothmog with the injury. Jabberjaw with the MVP, Harvey Birdman with a touchdown, Space Ghost with an injury and a touchdown, Muttley with an injury, and Captain Caveman with an injury.
I love the name of these guys.
Yeah.
Man, no, this is
People are doing really good at spreading out their SPP this season.
I gotta say, like the SPP spread is really fucking nice.
Alright, so let's take a look at the Temple Brawlers die rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Were Parstone X3 sponsoring the...
Yeah, that ball was not cooperating with them, it looked like.
Manufacturer? No. I have no idea where these guys came from.
And over here we have above average with these guys.
Oh, jump up, Orlov, nice.
Jump up is a good skill.
Let's see. Yeah, very little failures on the side of Fimbulwinter.
Yep. Moving to the teams. The Hashut Temple Brawlers. Got 2 injuries here. Shagrat is out with a smashed knee, another niggling injury.
Oh man, that sucks. I was really banking on Smash Groin.
And smashed groin. Well, there it is. Good old groin strain. Our mascot should be just a bandaged dick. Fimbulwinter.
Fimbulwinter.
Eh, No injuries here. There's nothing to really report.
Oh, they made it out unscathed. Well, that's good.
Jabberjaw!
Jabberjaw.
Space Ghost is the closest to leveling up. I can't wait to see how these guys develop.
Looked at face.
Yeah, me too.
Did you know you have a fan club?
You looked at it, Jim?
Alright, now it's time for the Rad Bad Rats and the Muffin Man gang.
The Muffin Man.
I'm honestly surprised the Rad Bads got out with no deaths. It looks like the Muffin Man gang was just having a hard time catching them.
I mean, you can't catch the Muffin Man.
No, you can't catch the Gingerbread Man.
Oh. Yeah, that's right.
But everyone knows the Muffin Man, who lives on Drury Lane.
Jesus Christ.
I love this league.
I do too.
No injuries for either team, just KOs. Wow, these were some hardy boys. Honestly impressed they got one KO inflicted on the Dwarves. Thick Skull is just bullshit. Let's go to the SPP. Thorak the Blinded One with the MVP. Sweet Chin Stonemaw with the touchdown. And Thok Rolling Block with the pass. Blackbear with the MVP. And Apple Pecan with the pass. Fuck, I want Cranberry Orange Muffin so much.
They have certainly got their hands deep into Blood Bowl.
And honestly, it was such,
Wiser seat.
in all honesty, uneventful for blocking. There's not a whole lot to really talk about with the die rolls. They're pretty average, all things considered. Oh, failed dodge roll for the Dwarves. That checks out.
Yeah, it does.
Ball was not cooperating with the Dwarves at all. Oh, they attempted a second pass, but they couldn't get it quite. Go to the teams. See what we got. The Rad Bads. Nothing to report.
It doesn't look like anything.
And the Muffin Man gang. Nothing to report.
Nah, looks like a pretty average spread so far. No big changes.
No injuries, no level ups. Next up, it's Rabbit Season and Grungny Grumblin' Grudgers. They just kind of slammed their faces together and made meat sounds. That's going to be one of my new favorite descriptors. Meat sounds.
Meat sounds. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Yeah, it's ended in a draw, but...
2 passes completed by Rabbit Season, eking out a little, just that little extra bit of SPP.
Goblin gambling.
And 3 armor breaks for Rabbit Season. 12 for the Grudgers. Oh god.
Isn't that the company that you were a great deal
12
of
armor
bad
breaks.
gambling debts to?
Oh, no.
There was a whole lot of blocking going on in this one.
Yeah, there wasn't anything moving. The Grumbling Grudgers' occupation of own half for the entire time they had the ball.
54 blocks succeed, 59 blocks succeed, 3 KOs inflicted, 1 injury inflicted, 2 injuries inflicted. And yet, despite all that, no touchdowns. Bugs, ya boy Bunny, with the MVP. That checks out. Skibbles with an injury, Brittany with a pass, Doctor with a injury, and Lola Furrymaker Rabbit with a pass. Bran Many Ales with an MVP, and Zoran the Bear with an injury.
Jeez.
Oof.
Telling ya.
Armor held up, did not hold up for too much for these guys. But then again, they're Norse. They have 7 armor. They were good at picking up the ball, though. That's pretty good to know.
Yeah, at least they got that going for him.
Did you know fan
Oh man, 4 failed passes. The Dwarves tried to play technical. I bet the lack of passing is what kept them from really getting any headway.
more obsessed
Like, I just kind of imagine they were just mashing their heads together at the center field.
before harvesting?
I really think they're just trying to headbutt each other to death too.
Let's move on to the teams. Rabbit season.
Rabbit season.
Nothing to report.
No, not a thing.
They got 5 rerolls. Damn.
Is am.
What's it like to have cheap players, guys? I don't know. I only play the expensive teams, I guess. And the Grudgers. Oh, Brand Many Ales is out with a smashed hand. I was really hoping for groin strain.
I really was too. That's all I'm hoping for now. Banking on groin strain.
Next up, and last but certainly not least, Militaire Sans Fromage and Introvert Party Time. The Militaires had a death. I will report this death right now. It was Johnny Sakaka of Militaire Sans Fromage.
Did you know it's rumored that Spike
3 touchdowns, 1 death, 6 armor breaks, to 2 touchdowns and 15 armor breaks.
and would rather play with
Honestly,
action figures instead
that many armor breaks compared to the deaths checks out.
of me in that last issue, of course.
Introvert Party Time grabbed that ball and did not let go.
No, they did not. Jesus.
Militaire Sans Fromage inflicted 1 KO and 3 injuries. Impressive. Whereas Introvert Party Time, I'm gonna just call it IPT. They inflicted 3 KOs, 2 injuries, and a death. 102 yards running for IPT. Slade, I said it did check out. Anyway. 74 yards running for Militaire Sans Fromage.
Here we are.
Moving on to the SPP, and look at them spreads, folks!
Damn. Wow.
Stank Jaeger with the MVP, Solidus Squeak with a touchdown, Big Mouse with a touchdown, Solid Squeak with a touchdown, Johnny Sakaka with an injury, and Revolver Ocelot with 2 injuries.
Damn. Just damn.
Frigid,
That's an
yeah.
awesome spread.
Frigistog with an injury in the MVP, Friday Night with a touchdown, Full of Booze with an injury, and it's Introvert Party Time with a touchdown.
How's the missus, Bob?
Ex-Mrs. Jim.
And die rolls.
She took everything in the divorce, including my family's sacred gut plate, the cow.
Oof, those casualty rolls were rough. We're gonna have to check this out for sure. Moving on to IPT's die rolls. Out of 10 dodge rolls, they failed 4. And out of 9 pickups, they failed 4. Someone must have buttered the ball.
I won't tell.
And to the teams. Wait, that's the Muffin Man gang. I needed Militaire Sans Fromage. Solid Squeak, the Gutter Runner, is out for a game with a smashed ankle. Another one that is down a movement point. This is rough, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'll say. Jesus.
And they've already replaced Johnny Sakaka with his son, Johnny Sakaka Jr. That checks out.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have IPT.
Our magic stone.
Fridge is stocked with a level up. It's a blocking Saurus, everyone.
Oh no.
Once Saurus get blocked, it's all downhill for their opponents.
I've seen a lot of Saurus with block tackle. And that just being completely ridiculous.
And that's it. Let's go over schedules and see what we're looking forward to.
Yeah, let's take a peek at that.
Next up, we've got for the first for the Siege Division on day 2, we have the Muscleman Gang and the Hashut Temple Brawlers. Grungny Grumbling Grudgers with Fimbulvinter. Introvert Party Time versus the Rad Bad Rats. And Militaire Sans Fromage versus Rabbit Season.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Moving into the Sludnesh Division. We start with Weaponized Halflings versus Demaniacs. That'll be interesting.
No, that will be really awesome.
Venom Serpentis versus the 13th Team. Silver's Crown versus We're No Strangers to Love. It's a classic Elf-Dwarf grudge match, everybody!
Ooh!
That is the New World Rippers versus the South Sea Blood Bowl Company.
Did you know bathroom facilities have only
Next,
been
in the Nurgle Division,
since the last decade?
it's Quebec's Hollow versus the Yuletide Warriors, which will sadly be recorded as a win for Quebec's Hollow. Title Revenge versus the Fopalots. The Cutting Edge versus the Streaming Screamers. And the United States Kaiju versus the Musclemen.
The Musclemans.
Next, in the Corn Division, we will have their Good Thralls Drac versus Dragon's Robe. Hungry Hungry Boys versus Brothers in Charms. Circle of Love versus ODay Chad's Master Plan. And Forever Fiendlier versus the Pillar Men. As of this moment, round 2 is open, ladies and gentlemen!
Mm-hmm. It's open season. Start beating the crap out of each other. And we'll report it next. We'll report it next time.
Same Blood Bowl channel, same Blood Bowl internet.
Time and internet and provider.
Maybe not the provider. We'll
Okay,
see.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe.
Now get out there and beat some asses! I have been your host, Probate, and with me as always has been Hey Mr. Rabbit.
And we'll see you next time.
Take care, everybody!
Be seeing you.